So, if you guys did not know, National FFA Convention is right around the corner. As of the time I'm filming this video, I believe it is next week. It starts next Thursday on October 28th, and it will continue through until October 31st. So, just speaking of National Convention, I kind of want to take this time to talk about my experience with National Convention in FFA and kind of the two sides that you can experience it with, both competing and just going to experience it, as I have done both. So these are two vastly different ways you can experience National Convention, like I said, at least from my experience. And the first one I want to talk about is going to experience it. So I got to do this my freshman year. It was at the very beginning of freshman year, as it is always at the end of October. And I was an incoming freshman, and my chapter takes a whole bunch of members, mainly freshmen and sophomores, to National Convention just to let them experience it, kind of show them what it's all about, hopefully get them more involved in FFA. And I was one of those members that got lucky enough to go, and that my chapter wanted to push to experience FFA more. So whenever I got there, we got to go to Indianapolis. It was the 91st National Convention, and I got to experience a lot. So there's a lot of things you can do there, from expos you can go to. They have the Blue Room. They have different exhibits, I guess, that you can go walk around at. You can go see. They also have the FFA Mall, which is a huge area full of vendors for different things. They have a whole bunch of colleges there, so like Mizzou, Oklahoma State. I know they have Texas Tech, Texas A&M, maybe not Texas Tech, but they have like Texas A&M. They have all kinds of colleges there. They have State Tech. They have a whole bunch of colleges there whenever you go. They also have their FFA store, where you can get all your FFA merch that you need, from socks, pants, shorts, shirts, jackets, socks, I think I already said that, suspenders, ties. Still need to get me a pair of FFA suspenders, so that's something that I need to do. No, but they just have a whole bunch of stuff you can do there. They also have concerts you can go to. I know my freshman year, can't remember exactly who it was, but there was a big country star performing there. They also have a hypnotist show, which I got to go to my freshman year, and that was super cool. They also have the FFA Talent Show, the National FFA Talent Show, which you compete through area, state, district, like you do for contests to get up to that and compete there. We got to watch a whole bunch of their performances, which was super cool. We just got to watch and experience a whole bunch of different things when we were there. It's also in downtown Indianapolis, so there's a lot of restaurants, things to do, surrounding areas. I know me and my friend one day, since it's downtown Indianapolis, took the Bird or like Lime scooters that you can rent, and we rode around downtown all day. That was super fun. Like I said, they got a whole bunch of stores you can go in. And I know my chapter personally, this is just like an on-chapter basis thing, but we got to go play laser tag, did bowling. I know my sophomore year, they went and did go-karts. We got to arcade, all that kind of stuff. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. We did a whole bunch of restaurants. It's just a super fun experience. Like, if you're a member that's like, I don't know if it'll be fun, like, is there things that I can do there? I think I'll be bored, all that stuff. Trust me, if you have a chance to go to National Convention, go. I urge you to go. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do there. You'll have fun the entire time. Just please go if you get the chance. It's definitely an experience that I believe every FFA member should have. Now on to the second way that you can experience National Convention, and I'm not saying this is less fun, as there's perks to both, but it was definitely a lot more, I guess, stressful whenever I did this. I talk a lot about this in my previous video, if you haven't seen that, talking about competing at National Convention. Now you can experience it, just go to be there, or you can compete. And my team, my freshman year, got to go to National Convention and compete. I guess it was my sophomore, at the beginning of my sophomore year. Got to go to National Convention and compete. Now, we didn't get to do a lot of the stuff that I did my freshman year, like we didn't get to go to the hypnotist show, we didn't get to go to the concert, which Garth Brooks was performing. That was pretty disappointing. But we didn't get to go do a lot of that stuff. A lot of our time was spent practicing, a lot of our time was spent like competing, figure out where we were supposed to go, being prepared for all that stuff. Not saying we didn't get to go and experience cool things, but we got to go to a lot less, I guess, fun things. We still got to eat at a lot of places. We were fortunate enough that our chapter paid for a meal at a steakhouse for us through fundraising, so that was super cool. Super good food. And yeah, we got to go do a whole bunch of stuff when we were competing, but it wasn't near the amount of stuff that you get to do when you just experience it. But it was still cool. Like I said, it has its perks. Like, my team took second in the nation. We got to meet a whole bunch of people from different chapters around the nation. We got to do a whole bunch of stuff, and it was still fun. But like I said, there's two different ways you can experience National Convention. And yeah, like my freshman year, like I said, this is whenever I went and just experienced it. We got to go to opening ceremonies. We got to see national officers speak. Went to the American degree ceremony. We got to see their guest speaker speak. Also my freshman year. Unfortunately, I would have really loved to have done this, but unfortunately we couldn't get tickets because they were very limited. President Donald Trump spoke at the 91st National Convention my freshman year. And like I said, we unfortunately didn't get to go because we couldn't get tickets. But like, that's a super, super huge deal, seeing the President of the United States, being able to see them in person and speak. That's something you could experience while you were there. It was a last-minute decision while we were in Indianapolis. Like, it wasn't before we left, like 2 weeks. No, this is while we were there. He was like, hey, I'm doing this. And like, there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. I know past presidents have done it as well. I can't remember who it was, but past presidents have done it. There's just a whole bunch of stuff you can experience there. And like I said, my sophomore year when I competed, there's other things you get to experience that you wouldn't if you didn't compete. Like, I got to go to the Conduct of Chapter Meetings banquet, which was my contest team, our awards banquet for that. We got a super nice meal courtesy of National FFA. They fed us. We got to do all this stuff. That was super fun. That's something you don't get to do if you don't compete. There's just a whole bunch on both sides, and I urge you, if you have a chance to go just to experience it, go talk to your advisor, be like, hey, can we put together this trip? Or if they have a trip, be like, hey, can I be on the trip this year? Or if you have a chance to compete and you want to learn more about that, I have my previous video where I talk about that and my experience with competing. You need to go do that too. I believe National Convention is something that every member should experience at some point, and it's just different. You get to see all walks of life. You get to see just how great the FFA organization is. And it's amazing where you get to walk around downtown Indianapolis, see the sea of blue coats is what they call it, all across downtown. You wouldn't turn one block without seeing some person in an FFA jacket. It's just super cool, and if you have a chance, go to National Convention, heed my experience with it, and go experience it. Now, I know this video was kind of really short, but that's basically all I had to talk about in this, and I just wanted to tell you guys about what you can expect from National Convention. And like I said, I know this year's is all online and all virtual, but it's still something. Let's say you're watching this a year or two down the line and it's back in Indianapolis and you're like, hey, maybe I can go there and experience it. It's just something that I believe everybody should experience at some point. If you like the video, like the video. If you did, hit it with a dislike. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Also, if you have any ideas for future video projects that I could do or topics I could cover, be sure to leave them in the comments section. I get back to everybody at some point. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, if you like this kind of FFA agricultural related topics and just want to follow along with my experience in FFA, hit the subscribe button. I'll be posting future videos. That's pretty much all in today's video. I'll see you in the next video.